Today's India is not the India the world could once overlook. Whether it's defense, diplomacy, technology, or economic power, India is now reshaping global politics, and the echo of this rise is now reaching 7 seas across, all the way to South America. Because today, Venezuela, yes, the nation with the world's largest oil reserves, has come knocking on India's door not for help, not for aid, but for a strategic partnership that could rewrite global supply chains. This partnership? Critical minerals. And analysts are calling it a massive geopolitical masterstroke, a move many see as India's subtle but sharp response to the United States under the Trump administration. Despite being oil-rich, Venezuela is suffering under intense American pressure and sanctions. The U.S. has activated its maximum pressure policy, authorized CIA operations, deployed B-52 bombers, driven relations with Venezuela to their lowest point in history. Venezuela is cornered, economically battered, and strategically isolated. Yet, it possesses something the world desperately needs: aluminium, sulfur, iron, phosphorus, and huge untouched reserves of critical minerals, lithium, cobalt, rare earths, and more minerals that fuel EV batteries, solar technology, semiconductors, defense and aerospace, renewable infrastructure. And India today is one of the fastest growing clean energy and semiconductor economies in the world. So the match is perfect. Venezuela needs stability, India needs minerals, both need new strategic partners. This is why Venezuela's mining minister Hector Silva flew to New Delhi and held long, detailed talks with India's Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal at a moment when the US expects India to align strictly with the Western geopolitical bloc. India has made a bold statement: strategic autonomy comes first, always. The US could not break India's ties with Russia. It failed to limit India's energy trade with the Middle East. And now even Venezuela, openly aligned with Russia, China, and Iran, is turning toward India. American media is already calling it India's message to Trump. India will not compromise its long-term national interests. Not even under American pressure. Venezuela has resources, but lacks technology, machinery, and modern mining infrastructure. India has investment capacity, mining technologies, EV and energy manufacturing ecosystems, a massive, rapidly growing domestic market. And for India, this is a once-in-a-generation opportunity, securing critical minerals for EVs, solar, semiconductors, and defense, reducing dependency on China, expanding ONGC's operations beyond oil into mining, strengthening India's global supply chain dominance. India can invest, mine, extract, and bring these minerals back to power, its next decade of industrial growth. A strategic gold mine, literally and figuratively. Piyush Goyal made India's offer clear. India can revive Venezuela's broken pharmaceutical sector. Indian tractors, autos, and e-rickshaws can dominate the Venezuelan market. India can become an economic stabilizer. New Delhi will revive the Joint Committee mechanism after 10 years, meaning regular, structured strategic talks. Cooperation will expand across defense, culture, economy, and infrastructure. Venezuela doesn't just gain a partner, it gains a pathway back into global relevance. The world is now witnessing something unprecedented. Venezuela tilting toward India, India expanding influence into South America, critical minerals becoming the new oil, the US realizing India can't be pressured like before. India is no longer a regional power. It is a country shaping global alliances. This isn't just a minerals story. This is the story of India becoming a true global power. South America is now part of India's strategic playbook, and the world is watching, stunned. In the end, this moment marks far more than a new partnership. It marks a new world order taking shape in front of our eyes. India is no longer just a participant in global geopolitics. It is now a driver of it. A nation that once relied on others is now the nation others rely on. Venezuela reaching out to India amid US pressure, global isolation, and rising great power rivalry proves one thing: India has become a nation no country can ignore, no superpower can pressure, and no alliance can sideline. By stepping into South America's strategic arena and securing access to critical minerals, India has strengthened its energy future, its EV and semiconductor industry, and its geopolitical reach. This isn't a small diplomatic win. This is India announcing itself as a global power, confident, autonomous, and unstoppable. And as the US, China, Russia, and the entire world watch this new India rise, one thing is certain: the age of India has begun.